Yeah, and now we
Yes.
get to the actual worst top 10, which for most of this is probably just going to be me and Thomas back and forth.
Oh God.
All right, I'll
You
get
people need
myself
to
some
watch more
chips.
fucking movies.
Yeah,
All
sweet.
right, number 10. Wait, wait,
In
wait.
number in
Number
number
10.
10,
Number 10.
number 10 with 4 points at a Metacritic score of 51. Uma.
Man,
Uma.
what a boring fucking movie.
Jesus Christ.
With just
So,
the vagaries of ghosts and shitty parenting.
yeah. It you know what? Like it was like it it feels like the writer director who I can't even remember saw last year's what was the French film we liked
I like a
with the
lot of French
locusts?
movies. Oh,
Swarm. This
Swarm.
person watched the Swarm
Man, the
and
Swarm was
was
so
like,
good.
it's like, hey, let's take elements of that and then make it shit while being
Yeah,
Korean.
indeed. Well, you see, like the Korean is like barely features because you're figuring it's gonna have this super, Korean spook aspect, and it just kind of has like the
Well, it should
sprinkling,
because
the vaguest sprinkling
it
of it.
is an act. It's a South Korean writer
Sandra Oh.
director directing a South Korean born
Yeah,
or South
you would think.
Korean. Well, okay, Sandra Oh isn't South Korean, but she is of South Korean ancestry, so she at least
Exactly.
has some connection to
Which
the
even
folklore.
ties into the theme of the
Yeah,
movie.
exactly. If
Like,
they just
fuck. Channel something. And just like the weirdest turns that didn't make any sense, that just kind of fucking came out of nowhere, that were boring.
yeah,
And Dion actually watched this, so he can corroborate it.
did Dion watch this?
Which
I don't
one?
know, did he?
I don't think
Or
so.
did Jason watch this? Who
No,
did
I
I
didn't
talk
watch
to?
this.
I
I,
watched
I
this.
did. Marcus said it right at the beginning, Thomas.
I was so
Yeah.
confused now.
Yeah.
You're expecting someone else, but it was me, Marcus.
It was you. But yeah, it's just, and like, again, one of the biggest crimes of this movie is that it was just boring.
Yeah,
Boring
just like
movie.
so. Oh, like like you know how sometimes a movie can feel like a tight 90. This movie is 90 minutes. It felt like 17 hours.
Yeah, not good.
Just
And not in a
super
cool,
boring.
excruciating tension way either.
Yeah, yeah. Not like in the way like Mad God, like where Mad God's like where I was like, oh God, when will this end?
Yeah.
This is like really destroying my soul. Please make it stop. Kind of way.
Yeah,
This
that
is
was rad.
just like, can I go for like I don't even smoke anymore. It's like, can I take a smoke break for in this movie? Like,
But you could
will I
not.
miss anything?
Because the bees! The
Mm.
bees. It's not a good movie, don't watch it.
It's yeah, it's bad. Fun fact though, several references to the popular Korean legend Gumiho are seen throughout the movie. By Korean and Chinese lore, a Gumiho or Kumiho is a spirit that may grow malignant by the amount of pent-up energy through the years. The legend may
Ooh.
foreshadow Uma's story, a woman turned angry and spiteful over the years in light of her wasted potential as a
Oh
dressmaker, in favor of
no!
traditional societal roles for womanhood in a foreign land.
Dun dun dun. It's boring. So that's number 10.
Number 10.
Number 9.
Number
Number
nine,
9.
nine.
Probably
9.
not the only one of these, but as
Mhm.
I told Thomas when I recommended he watch this piece of shit,
Oh, God.
it's a stealth GGG.
It
In
sure
ninth
was.
position, The Invitation.
The Dracula!
Which is,
But
what's a GGG?
A gaslight gatekeep girl boss movie.
Okay, thank you.
Put that on screen. I'm gonna
oh,
trademark it.
I don't think you can.
I at
I
least
think
have to try.
it's a genre. Yeah, all right, that's fair.
I'll just put
try.
in parentheses at the bottom, please don't use this, only Marcus can.
Yeah. That's the trademark. That's the
No,
trademark.
you have to put on Marcus's OC. Please do not steal.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
great.
so what if Dracula was, I guess, Christian Grey, but
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, what if Dracula was just kind of sexy and charming and they got a Game of Thrones actress in there to play the love interest?
They
And oh,
did.
it's just so. Yes, Sarah says that apparently she's actually very good in Game of Thrones. I wouldn't know though, because I think I've only watched episodes like in the first season and then I quit.
Mhm.
But no,
So,
this is like the premise of the movie is Dracula needs fresh blood for his bloodline, so he owns a company that sends ancestry tests out, and she's a long lost relative of her mother and the third bride of Dracula, so that they can be at full power. And that's kind of the whole movie, and it's all just
yeah,
a bit shit, and it's clumsily kind of trying to say things every now and again, like maybe men shouldn't hit women, I guess.
yeah.
Like that, you know, it's
Or
the
maybe,
old,
yeah, maybe,
probably
you
those bold
shouldn't.
statements.
Or another bold statement: don't drive your wife to suicide.
Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do
Let her
it.
take.
Bold
Let her take the
statement.
bus.
Yeah, take the bus to the suicide pod. But it's really funny because the central premise of the movie is explained by the two other brides of Dracula, the one of which kind of turns on the other to save this new person for no real reason, because ostensibly they've been alive for hundreds
I'm
of
guessing
years.
spite. I'm
Yeah,
just
look,
spite.
I understand that motivation. But
It speaks to you.
it does on a personal level. But the central premise is that without three brides, Dracula's not very powerful, and all of his human retainers don't get power. But
Yes.
also, only when he has three brides do they stop aging, but no one didn't stop aging. Like that's the kind of thing, is that they're all gonna decay and turn to dust if he doesn't have three brides, but in
Yes.
the
Well,
time between the last wife dying and the new wife attempting to be
which is
like
over 100 years,
game,
if memory
I
serves.
don't even fucking remember.
Yeah, it's a long
But
time.
Sounds like that
yeah.
other wife faked her death and ran away.
Yeah, if only. If only I could have done
No,
that
no, it
and not
opens
watched
with
this
her
movie. Yeah,
suicide.
it opens with a very grisly suicide. But it's super lame, and the whole time she's just got this like fucking what feels like a racist caricature of a like sassy black friend
Yeah.
going like, girl, don't you go into that room with that white man. Like that's her whole fucking character. That's like
Like
all she says.
you know what it is. It's like
God, it's so
exactly.
weird.
They watched Get Out and they liked the sassy black friend there, the airport guy. Remember him, who was charming as all hell?
Man, magic ain't real.
I
Yeah,
remember
and
the
it's
airport
like,
guy.
and they were like, no, anyone can do that too, but bad.
Yeah, it was not good.
Okay, number
But
8.
I
Oh,
did
sorry.
one thing I did like was how you could
Really?
super tell that she didn't
Oh,
fit in because she
oh
kept
yeah.
like saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mister and Mrs. Servant Person. I'm actually one of you."
I'm one of you guys. And then she doesn't save everyone and burns down the mansion.
Yes.
Very
Spoiler
cool.
alert. It burned.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. She gets to walk away from an explosion.
Oh my god, she does.
He's a cool guy.
Oh, she's not a cool guy.
Fun fact for this one, because this was absolutely not
Oh.
interesting. The statue of a dragon on top of an armored knight is a reverse of the traditional imagery of Saint George slaying a dragon. The common depiction is of a knight above a dragon, either standing or on horseback, striking the dragon with a spear. The statue of a
Welsh
dragon.
ancestry, I know this, Marcus.
Yep, a statue of a dragon slaying Saint George signifies an opposite outcome. That in Bram Stoker's Dracula, where instead of being defeated and leaving, the vampire conquers England and establishes himself
Oh
there.
my god.
That's real smart of them.
That's
Yep.
real smart and real deep.
And also, it's great because there's this fucking enormous spear sticking out of the statue, like a full 2 meters out. And you're like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen with that later. And then it, like,
Impales,
someone
I
gets
think, yeah.
impales. Like, it's just
Exactly.
the laziest shit ever. Also, it looks like shit.
Yeah. Number 8.
Number 8.
No, number 8.
Number 8.
Number
The
8?
Princess.
The Princess.
The Princess. We're back to the 90s. We're back
Yeah.
to the 90s with our fucking abject, really weird fat phobia.
Yeah, the weird fat phobia, the sort of like almost trying to be like a modern day set in medieval times, sort of like A Knight's Tale. Remember that?
Yeah,
Just
like
again doing it badly.
yeah. And also
So-
just a movie based on the central idea that women must be empowered and shouldn't be sold off as, as things and, must forge their own destinies. And then that ends with her going, no, actually, I think I will be in charge of everything. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
like that. I do like the monarchy, actually. It's super rad for me. Thank you. I will keep the crown. It's all good. Yeah.
If I had to describe this movie in one sentence or 2 sentences, because I have to add "but bad" at the end, it would be
I mean, that's still one sentence.
Die
Yeah, it would
hard
be
in a castle, but bad.
Yeah.
It's super
Also-
just Die hard in a castle.
Yeah, and like for a movie that's like, yes, women must be empowered, it's just putting the feminine hero in like moments of peril where she has no agency and just like bounces from one situation to another. The only time she has agency is at the end of the movie where she's like, yeah, the monarchy's rad, actually, we'll keep that going.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm gonna be in charge of everything. It's like, yay! All the peasants are like, woo! It's like, yeah, but the monarchy stays though. Fuck y'all. It's and like the production design is so cheap. Like it is like Xena cheap, and not in like that charming way that Xena is cheap, in like a shitty way.
It's
Like
like
it's like a medieval music video.
You know what it reminds me of, the production design? Reminds me of the Uwe Boll classic In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege story.
Oh yes,
It's
that
on
is a-
par with that.
that is a good measure for it, and it's also just not acted incredibly well. And it's weird because also she learns fucking Eastern martial arts from this random Asian
Oh, right, I
person.
forgot the Asians are just magical.
Yeah, they're magic Asians that show up to teach her magic Asian ninja skills.
Yes.
It's fucking, it's just like, really?
I
Are we
forgot
just
about that,
really
they're just
doing
straight up
this?
magic.
But
Like,
the
nice.
lead, no, but the lead in The Princess is the girl in Bullet Train, the British kind of
Yes.
chess.
Joey King.
chess-
She plays the prince in Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's pretty good in that. So I guess just
Yeah.
bad script, bad director, which makes sense.
Yes.
But like a running gag in the movie is just a fat man running up and down the tower, being so out of breath and slipping and falling on things and just being sweaty and gross.
That
Like,
sounds
wow.
hilarious.
Because he's fat. you see.
Oh, it's because he's fat.
Oh, I get it.
It's so fat.
That's fucking good.
So good.
I will say there is one thing I will say in the princess's defense,
I'm listening.
and this is because it's a fun fact.
Okay. fair
Joey King did about 85 to 90% of what you see in the movie, stunts-wise. She
That
trained
is
out to
cool.
wield a sword, throw a punch, and get right back up after taking a hit.
That is cool. That is a
So,
cool fun
like,
fact.
she did do some physical training for the movie, which is rad.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
That fact was really fun. Thank you, Marcus.
That is a fun fact. Number
Number 7.
7.
Seven.
Very sexy, sultry 7.
Does it deserve it?
This appeared on many lists. I believe on everyone's list.
And it's only at
and-
7. Okay.
And it's
Okay.
only at... Yeah, look, you have no idea the level of trash Thomas and I consumed this year.
We watch a lot so that you people don't have to, and then we get to tell you that you should feel bad for not consuming that trash with us.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, in 7th position, actually, like, no jokes, one of my favorite movie experiences of 2022,
Oh,
All
no.
right.
I know what
Making
it
me
is.
nervous.
Morbius.
Oh my
Yeah, Morbius.
This
Don't you
movie's
mean...
so bad, and I love it so much.
It's Morbin time.
It's so good.
I mean,
Yeah.
like just the fact that the whole of the internet managed to gaslight
Sony
Sony
into re-releasing it.
that is
Yeah.
one of the greatest of all time things
Yeah.
ever.
It is one of the most amazing,
Yeah.
like, spontaneous cooperation things that, like, the internet just all comes together just to fuck over this major corporation with
Like, if-
memes.
Like, if the internet worked like this most of the time, we could have peace in the Middle East.
We
Pretty
could,
much.
but nah, we're saving that shit for Morbius.
Saving that shit for Morbius and apparently getting Trump elected in 2016.
Yes, that also happened.
But that was his
Good
bots.
time.
Anyway, so we can agree, Morbius is bad. It is
Yes,
a
it's
bad
awful.
movie.
It's fucking terrible.
Dear God, it's just so watchably bad.
Yeah, it is. It is the most watchably bad movie that I watched this year.
Like, and I love Matt Smith just vamping around, clearly not giving a fuck about characterization.
I love that in interviews.
Well, I mean, the
afterwards,
writers didn't
he just
care.
didn't care.
Mm.
He's just like, oh, whatever. You win some, lose some. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I got my check. Fuck you. Which was
So-
this whole movie.
Well,
So
I
what
know.
was your
I think
favorite
Jared
scene?
Leto actually cared about it.
I
He was
think he
looking
did,
for
You know
some.
how
because, like,
much he cared.
He,
You wanna know
like,
how much I've got a fun fact.
He refused
Okay,
to
hit
do
us-
it until he was happy with its direction. If I remember right.
Jared
Which is
Leto.
fucking wild.
were there rats in a box again?
No, worse. Jared Leto committed to capture Michael Morbius's limping state and
Oh.
used crutches even off camera.
To the bath when he went to the bathroom, so people would
This
have to wait
proved
like
to
an
be
hour
trouble.
for him to go to the bathroom.
This proved to be troublesome for the crew at times when the actor reportedly took 45-minute treks to the bathroom. Pushing him in a wheelchair was a
Fucking
loophole solution
hell.
around these delays.
I hate it. I hate it. I
That
hate
is
it.
the most fucked up ableist shit, actually.
Because people that really
Oh.
do walk on crutches in general tend to be pretty fucking mobile after a while.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and considering the characterization of Michael Morbius, he's been using them his entire adult life. So he would be pretty good with
Pretty
them, I
good.
guess.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, you just picked those up yesterday. The bonitis just got real bad.
I forgot
Oh,
there was,
man.
because I watched this late, I forgot Michael Keaton was in a post-credit scene, and it made me very sad.
Oh,
No.
yes,
yeah,
he
super
was.
sad.
He's super worse.
And they mentioned Spider-Man.
Whoa,
They did.
You know what my favorite
I'm just-
part is? When he breaks into the meth lab and is like, I'm Venom. Remember
Yeah.
that?
My
No.
favorite part is when he creates that serum to kill vampire people like him and Matt Smith, and then he just only kills Matt Smith, even after saying he's gonna kill himself too.
Yeah, that was great.
Because his
Is that-
vampire side took over in that moment, you see, and didn't
Oh, yeah?
want to die.
Look,
Just
I'm
like when
just-
the Hulk spits out bullets that Edward Norton put in his skull.
Good times. I'm just sad that they changed Morbius from the cartoon one we got from the Saturday morning cartoon Spider-Man one because they had to get around the TV censors, so he couldn't suck blood. So instead, he sucks plasma using fucking tentacles out of his hands, which is so much more terrifying than just a vampire biting you. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I
We should have got that
Morbius.
Morbius. My favorite part of Morbius was the moment where he can see the thermals and just rides them around like an asshole.
When he's in the subway. and
Yep,
he's just
when he's
like,
getting pushed
"I'm
by the thermals in the subway.
My favorite was the Bat Hadouken.
Oh, the Bat
Oh,
Hadouken was
Jesus
good.
Christ. Yeah, that was
Bat
good.
Hadouken was
That was
solid.
good. Look, let me just say, there was a reason I streamed this movie for 24 hours on loop in my Discord channel. Come at
No,
me,
no,
Sony.
Okay, that's in there.
That's in there.
We
All
all
right,
know,
we'll
we
see what
all
they
know
do.
the execs listen to this.
They do.
We know they do because they've stolen many of our ideas.
They really have.
It's fucking creepy.
I mean, they did 100% rip off our pitch for the opening of Endgame.
They
Yes,
they
they
really
did.
did.
That was fucking spooky.
That was incredible. I still remember sitting in the cinema like, what the fuck?
And also, they stole your idea for Luke's involvement in The Force Awakens, Dion.
Oh my god.
Your premonition dream. They
Yeah.
stole that.
Jesus. I have too much power.
Use it responsibly only.
This is why I shouldn't watch more movies, so I don't speculate more.
No, do it. I want to create the most
Fuck up
powerful
timeline.
movie cognition machine.
All right, Dion, we're gonna have you lie down in a vat of water.
I'm gonna shave your head and put you in a sexy outfit.
Sweet.
Wait,
Oh
why
my-
does it have to be so sexy?
Because it's
Because
Dion.
Cool.
this is Dion.
Yeah, you know
see how
me, man.
tough this man is.
Number 6.
Number 6.
In 6th position, with a score of 15 points.
That's a lot of points.
And a
I think.
Metascore, and a shockingly high Metascore of 68.
Ooh.
Smile.
Man, fuck this movie.
Smile, though.
Who here watched it?
No, I
I
haven't
did.
seen it yet.
Just you two again.
Oh my god.
Is it just us?
It's
Jesus
just-
Christ.
Get a job,
Again.
hippies.
I do have a job.
Get a job that you don't just steal time from.
No.
You hippies.
Why would I do
Fuck
that?
hippies.
Oh, that's why. We put it really high on the list, because this movie is so goddamn irresponsible.
It is so
Holy shit.
socially irresponsible.
Just like hippies.
Yes. But at least hippies will just kind of be somewhere far away and not posit that, if you experience trauma or like suicide or things like that, the only way to do that is to kill yourself.
Or someone else.
Yeah.
Also, especially if you're a psychiatrist,
Oh yeah, if you're
You
a
know,
psychiatrist,
that's the only
and
way out.
if you start having like PTSD from like your past and having to take on the trauma from your patients, just kill yourself. That'll solve everything.
Yeah, if you see somebody kill yourself in front
Pretty
of you,
good.
you should just kill yourself.
That
And
sounds
again,
great.
like it's fucked because you can write a story with bad endings. Like you can get a bad ending. My favorite of which is Prototype. Not Prototype. What's it called? The one with the AI that locks the guy in his own head and possesses him. What was it called? It was Prototype,
Upgrade.
right? Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Thank you.
Upgrade.
Yeah, like that's a bad ending, and it's done
Yeah.
really fucking well. But this is a bad ending done really, really, really shittily because it says to you there is no way out. Kill yourself. That's what the movie says. You cannot
pretty good
recover from
message.
trauma. Some trauma is just too deep. You can't work through it, even with all the resources available to you. Don't try. Just kill yourself. It's the only way out. Which is fucked. That's a fucked up thing to
Well-
say for your horror movie.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no! That's already won! Jason, no! Come back!
I have one question though.
Ah.
Now, it might be because I have like absolutely zero media literacy and don't understand things I see.
That's okay. I'm here to help you.
But what and why the fuck the actual manifestation at the end?
Oh yeah, no, that's just spooky. What
Okay.
what can we think of that's spooky? Your mom, I guess, but
Your mom as
not
a Slender Man.
your mom is Slender Man.
Like cosplaying or
No, just like kind of looking kind of all slender and weird and gross.
that's traumatic. I should probably
Yeah,
just kill
and then
myself.
like it eats her. The trauma monster that is her mother eats her, and then
Yeah.
she kills herself.
Yes. It's
This
really
movie's fucking
it's
stupid.
it's stupid and bad.
Did you
Yeah.
manage to get a fun fact for this one, Marcus?
I did. The cursed smile people wear bright pastel colors, while Rose, which is the main character, wears dark contrasting colors,
Oh,
showing
see,
the
it's really
difference.
saying something about society.
Contrasting colors, showing the difference between happy and sad.
Oh,
That is a
good.
quote.
Man, fuck this movie.
Yep.
Also, she kills a cat and puts it in a box.
No, no,
Uh,
nope. Nope.
Oh, I forgot about. Okay, it is kind of super fun that this kid just opens a
Yeah,
present.
that was rad. That was rad.
Like, just the idea of like she's. Okay, that was the one like decent like sort of, and the payoff worked because like she's looking for this cat that's her cat that's gone missing. It's been missing for days and days, and then she goes to her nephew's birthday party and gives him a present, and he opens the gift and it's just a dead cat.
Yeah.
So does
Good
he keep
times.
it?
He does actually. He doesn't
does,
throw
yeah.
it away. He like he holds it up like all confused. Like
Yeah,
here's
like
this
what is this?
present.
Like,
It's
like
super
that
weird.
meme with
Oh,
the butterfly. Is this
yeah.
dead cat?
Is this dead cat? Oh fuck! There's also a moment where like A Train from the Boys series
Mm-hmm.
plays her boyfriend, and
Oh
he's
fuck
just
that!
like
Yeah,
he's a super shitty boyfriend.
yeah, like he's like the worst.
They have this amazing moment in the car where she's starting to lose her mind and see these visions, and the boyfriend's like, I'm not gonna talk about this, and he's like, oh, mental illness, you can get it from family, and like he recoils from her like she's contagious and she's gonna give him mental illness, and then later he ambushes her with a fucking therapist in the house when she's having paranoid delusions. It's amazing. It's just the shittiest people
Not just
ever.
any therapist, a couples therapist, because he feels
Oh,
like she's
dude,
not
it's so
she's
bad.
not taking the relationship seriously anymore.
It's so bad.
It's really bad.
So
Yeah.
number
But at
6.
least it wasn't as much as no, that was number
That was-
6.
Oh,
We're getting into the bottom 5, boys.
number 5.
Number five.
One thing I can say about Smile is at least it did not waste as much production budget as this film did. In 5th position, 15 points and a score of 41 on Metacritic, our boy Dwayne the Johnson Rocks Black Adam.
Oh my, oh
Black
my word.
Adam.
It's one of the few movies we've all seen.
Oh, Christ alive.
Wait, did you actually go and watch
I
it,
like
Dion?
it when
I didn't go and watch it. I watched it while I was doing weights, and I hated every second of it. It didn't make me quite as angry as Batman v Superman. It just made me tired and like bored.
Yeah, that again was this movie's greatest sin. Is it was just really
So
fucking
dull.
boring. So boring.
So,
Also,
like,
also
Oh, it was
I
just 2
love,
hours. Yeah, sorry.
I love
love
the idea
that-
in theory of having Pierce Brosnan as like the
yes.
superhero.
Man,
Like, 'cause,
he
yeah,
tried to carry that movie.
he tried so hard.
tried. That silver fox was trying.
Yeah.
Every scene he was in, he entered as Dr. Fate and then just took his helmet off.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Love it.
Why?
The well-known character for taking his helmet just off all the time. Dr. Fate, everybody. Just takes that shit off on the rig.
Incredible.
At least we don't have to see another one of these.
Yeah.
What I really liked is when he was in the underwater prison.
Yeah.
And then he sort of freed himself, and then rather than ripping the mask off and saying Shazam immediately, he decided to fight the guys normally first.
Yeah, no, because he's got to reclaim his human. Nah, there's no fucking. I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Wait, underwater. Huh?
Yeah, when he's
I
in the
block
underwater
out that-
prison.
The underwater prison.
Yeah, the prison that's
Prison
underwater.
underwater. The prison underwater that then has you underwater in a prison. It's got 2 levels.
Oh fuck!
And he just
I
fights the
forgot.
dudes normally.
Normal.
And-
Yes.
And then.
And then he's like,
my
you
favorite
get
part-
it? He's a villain because he was never meant to be Shazam. Do you get it? Do you get
Well,
it?
the only question
Oh.
I walked away with at the end of it was.
You walked away with only one question.
Yeah, I walked away with one big question, which is:
Okay.
Is he a hero?
Oh,
He-
never really addressed.
He's
They
more
never
grey
addressed
than
it.
that.
He never really addresses it in the film verbally, repeatedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Ever.
I
I
don't know.
can't wait for the sequel, just to
I
find
like
out.
the part. I like the part where the definitely not ham-fisted stand-in for Palestinian child makes a Zoltan sign in the square and isn't immediately shot by not the Israelis.
I like when he talks in a regular child voice and all the people panicking stop and listen to him.
Yeah,
that was great.
Oh yeah,
I like the part where the gang of neighbors turn out to fight fucking Kopesh wielding zombie skeletons for all of
Why are they
5
reclaiming-
seconds.
Why are they reclaiming the city from the zombies and
I don't
and
know.
not the militia that was occupying it?
Like, what happened to them? All the militia just disappeared. It was so like, what? Is Intergang just like 6 people and they were all on those really shitty hover bikes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, apparently so. Also, I've never quite heard painted black cut up so heavily. Like, Jesus. They needed to
No, but
cut
it had
everything.
the word black in it.
Like, that's the thing. The
brilliant.
fucking the musical editor sat there just going like, okay, it's this black there and there
the score
and
was really
there
bad.
and just
It-
The
it's
swi-
re-
Little drop.
Giacomo fucking phoned it the fuck in.
Yeah,
Man
well,
was
that's
out to lunch.
that's like- that's paycheck. That's like, okay, assistants, fucking take over.
The score was so weird how it would like shift from orchestral into like rock into weird hip hop.
Do you know what I
like,
think happened with that score?
Tell me.
I think
Producers.
Dwayne, old Dwayne, he put his little
Do you think
fingers all up
Dwayne?
in
Do you
it.
think he Dwayne'd it?
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
he Dwayne'd it like he tried to Dwayne his tequila into the opening of this
Into the
PG-13.
PG-13 release.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Dwayne. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
So I feel we should go around the table and all mention our favorite needle drop.
Oh no, dude, it's fucking Kanye. Obviously. Hilariously Kanye.
I didn't even
I'm going to the
recognize
bathroom.
which song was Kanye. When
I
was the
genuinely
Kanye?
wouldn't even know.
No one man should have all that power.
Power
Yeah.
of anti-Semitism.
By Kanye, it drops him, and it's like, yeah, it's the best.
I liked a lot of the unnecessary slow mo. Like that slow
you
mo
mean
scene of
the-
him just hugging his family in slow motion.
That gives the thing is that at least gives you more value for money in terms of runtime.
I love how, you know what I love? I love how they did the same thing they did with Chris Evans in the first Captain America movie, and it looks worse.
It is so jarring. It is so
Hi,
unbelievably
I'm the
jarring.
Rock's massive head on his skinny body. He looks like a bobblehead of himself.
And they didn't bother to line it up between frames because it shifts as he moves.
Yeah.
It puts me in mind of those Key and Peele sketches with like Forrest Whitaker as a baby,
Yeah.
and the dog, Ice Cube dog.
Yes. Oh.
Like, you can't use the Instagram face swap filter in a most major motion picture, guys. Come
I
on.
think they just proved they could.
Oh.
Okay, what's your fun fact about this one, Marcus?
The film originally received an R rating due to several gruesome death scenes. A majority of these deaths had to be cut before the film could receive the more commercially viable PG-13 rating. So that explains where Intergang is. They were all brutally murdered off screen.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
did they? A text box should have popped up saying, and then they all died.
And it should have been
to
in.
the brave Mujahideen of Afghanistan.
Wakanda.
Oh.
Ah.
At least
Right.
it didn't
And
have
now-
subtitles in papyrus.
Yeah.
What's next?
Oh boy, the third and final Gaslight Gatekeeper Girl Boss picture in our bottom 10.
At number 4?
At number 4, and
Number
only 2 of us watched this one,
4.
so you
Gee, I
have to know
wonder
how
who it
terrible
was.
this is. Asking for it. Now, Thomas,
And
would you like to summarize this one, or should I take a stab at it?
no. I'll summarize it in a typical Marcus Butt fashion. It's promising young woman, but bad. Because the fucking
Not what I expected when you said butt fashion.
yeah, I know. I like to keep you on your toes. The writer director who was also in the movie as the frat boy who looks exactly as I imagine. Exactly that brand of I am a male feminist, but I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
But yeah, the whole movie is a rape revenge story, a la I Spit on Your Grave, Promising Young Woman, or Revenge, as we've recently seen. And it's just told through the eyes of kind of your everyman victim of these horrible crimes, who then meets up with a gang of can-do girl bosses that are out to murder MRAs, which all sounds on paper like it's cool. And it sounds like it should be fun to watch and that you should watch it and go, fuck yeah, this is rad. But you watch it and it's just so painfully, ham-fistedly, awfully presented. Also, Ezra Miller is they're playing the MRA leader, which is just
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, it's exceptionally funny, given their predilection for beating women.
For beating women, being in trouble with
Well-
for the law.
They have just struck a plea deal. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
after maybe somebody with money got involved. But instead of looking at some year, like a significant number of years in prison, they are now looking at a $695 fine.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like an expensive parking ticket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Oh, nice. You know, Hollywood, eh?
Sweet. Sweet.
Amazing.
Oh, also, they also like throughout their revenge against this MRA, one of the women almost takes it too far.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
She has to get pulled back to reality.
I don't. It's the Disney Channel. One of the Disney Channel goes the lead female love interest in the High School Musical. Vanessa Hudgens. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's the fucked up one in the girl gang, and Ezra Miller, after their terrorist in quotation marks attack on the MRA meeting, has him
in which they
passed out.
release a biological agent that
I'm gonna get
sterilizes them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there, so
Okay.
don't worry about that.
Okay, fine.
has him pass out in the back of the car and puts on a strap-on dildo and is about to rape him because accountability. Um, and then the protagonist is like, "Oh, that's fucked up. You can't do that," and she gets pulled back, and then the her friend character in the girl gang's like, "Oh, she just does fucked up shit because she came from fucked up shit," and then all the characters are like, yeah, 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 yeah.
That's how it do be.
We
Yeah,
we co- we
It sounds
entirely
like
understand.
We condone these actions.
it sounds like
This
they've
is
been
my-
through traumatic events and should probably kill themselves.
Probably.
I mean, this is the
Like,
lessons I've learned from your earlier conversation. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Her character does say like I was out of line, but like there's no accountability for it. There's no like I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do better, like I'm gonna deal with this because this is fucked
Yeah,
up.
no, they just
And-
drop it and that's it.
Yeah, that's also the biggest problem with this is it's just like all these deeply unhappy, damaged people like doing the shit. It's not like let's fight back against these fucking scumbags and let's help each other heal through catharsis or whatever. It's like no, let's just stick it to them because we
Yeah.
can. Also, the central premise of their revenge plot is to release, as Marcus said, this chemical agent that sterilizes. No, I don't know if it's sterilization. No, castrate. It's for castration. I don't actually remember which one it was, but basically so that they can't ever have kids or that they can't have sex or whatever it was, which
Yeah.
is hilarious because that is the most basic, fucking stupid shit ever. It's like, okay, that is implying that you think that rape is about sex, which is not. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what is at all. That's like saying like all rapists should be castrated. It's like, oh, so we're just gonna make them do even more heinous sex crimes with random shit that they find. Like, it's the most like, oh, we should do this because they did that shit ever. It just like fundamentally misunderstands the subject matter it's trying to deal with. Also, the MRA leader played by Ezra Miller, they get killed off screen. It's implied that they die.
Yes.
Like
how
they
strongly do they imply it?
like not even very strongly because they're just kind of trapped on a runway with a bunch of the girl gang people and then
Yes.
it just cuts to black. It's not
Yes.
even like a news report of his death or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just cut to black. I guess he died, maybe. I guess they died. maybe?
Don't forget that he's not actually the main villain of the piece.
Yeah. So the
because
main
there's a
villain.
sheriff that does a sex trafficking ring.
Yeah, the main villain is actually the main villain of the piece is the man who, that our every man, our every person um
Oh, right,
analog.
the nice guy.
Yeah,
that
the
in the
nice
beginning,
guy that sexually assaults our hero.
protagonist. Yeah.
Yeah, also the whole movie's shot like a fucking music video, like with character intros straight out of like early Fincher, but bad.
Yeah.
And so the whole time,
it's like the Suicide Squad intros.
yes, very much so, very very much so.
No, not the good Suicide Squad, the 2016 David Ayer Suicide Squad.
David Ayer Suicide
Yeah, so
Squad.
Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad.
Oh
Yes.
god, that
Which
distinction.
is why I had to clarify.
But yeah, so she goes and joins this girl gang because she was sexually assaulted by this nice guy. And then the final moment of the movie is her going to confront him about after doing these crime by like exposing
These
human
actual
trafficking.
venerable crimes.
Yeah, exposing human trafficking and like but they're cool crimes, like fucking up MRAs is cool.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But like real violence, like real shit, and like shooting guns and doing all that stuff. She then goes to confront her rapist, who she then kind of just talks into tears. He just starts kind of crying and feels really bad about it. And then the final lines of the movie is, "I'll be watching you." And then she
Yeah.
gets her own character intro music video thing, and then the movie just ends.
Okay,
So she
Marcus, do
doesn't.
you have a fun fact for this bullshit movie?
She doesn't actually like gain any justice at all. Like she doesn't report into the police. She doesn't
Yeah.
like
No,
She
but
doesn't get any sort of like.
she'll be watching him, Thomas.
She'll just be watching him. She'll just be watching this rapist, the person that raped her. She'll just be. It's like what? Like it is so unsatisfying an ending, both like narratively for a catharsis perspective, because that's kind of how rape revenges go. Like this, the catharsis of the revenge. This movie
Yes.
had no revenge; it just had sexual assault. Bad.
Very bad. Very, very bad.
Hit us with a fun fact, Marcus.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this was my worst movie of the year, just by the by.
That's fair.
This was
That's
my
fair.
number one.
I can't hate on that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a fun fact.
Yeah.
So the director, Eamon O'Rourke,
Boo.
right? Despite releasing right here, hashtag #MeToo influenced revenge movie, the director, Eamon O'Rourke, punched a woman in the back of the head on the night of April 20th, 2022.
Been hanging out with.
That's
he's
not
been,
a fun fact at all, Marcus.
He's been hanging out with Ezra Miller, I guess.
Yeah.
Just mwah, just mwah.
I
Just
couldn't
so
not
perfect.
include that fun fact.
It is, yeah. It's not good.
Alright. Also, the other fun facts are not fun or facts.
No, they're just boring.
Okay, number 3.
Number three, we're
in
into
home
the
stretch,
podium.
boys. The first
Who
podium spot
Who
goes
is
to
bronze ribbon loser?
the bronze ribbon loser, friend of the pod, Michael Bay's Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Missed that Michael Bay made it. I was watching this thing with sort of half an eye, and I was like, I wonder who made this trash. Like, is this? I would have expected this to be like.
You had the same moment I did.
I was and I think like probably about a third or halfway through or something. I was like, who the fuck made this? And I googled it. I'm like, what? I mean, I know he's terrible, but this is him without a budget terrible.
Yeah, it was really funny because when I was watching it, I was like, fucking hell, this dude is jacking Michael Bay's style so hard. What the shit? I looked it up.
What I really enjoyed is that he obviously realized, shit, they're going to be in an ambulance for this entire film. I've got to get my spinning, rising, talking moments in soon. So, like, the first, 10 minutes of the movie is all just rotating cameras.
It's a lot of rotating cameras in that first 10. A lot. Oh, it's not good. I like that Michael Bay's Megan Fox fetish is being perpetuated and foisted onto a new generation of women horribly.
Yeah.
It is dire and just so obvious and gross. And I love that she is able to keep a full face of night makeup, including mascara, eyeshadow, and cherry red lipstick, pristine throughout the entire experience. And that is definitely what a paramedic would wear. Definitely.
But also the whole experience was good for her because now she isn't cut off to her emotions.
Yeah, it's true. She awakened her emotions.
That end scene in the hospital basically just gave me cancer. Like,
that was points at the other guy.
That was my second shock as well, was when I looked up and I'm like, who made this terrible pedestrian? Like, sounds like I'm gonna hear premiumbeat.com coming through any moment. And it's fucking Lorne Balfour, who did, like, Mission Impossible and stuff. Like, what the fuck?
People are just cashing paychecks. Which I respect. Which I do respect.
Yeah, you can tell the exact moment where...
Jake. Good God, he's cashing that paycheck.
Oh, cashed it to the bank and gone.
you can tell which scenes they filmed first because like there are two scenes in the movie where it looks like he's caring.
Yeah, you brought up the bank specifically, and you're super right.
And then after that, he just does not care.
Not a single fuck is given. Also, I love how, because this is Michael Bay and he's got to jack off the horrible, systems of power that keep us down. I love how fully 50% of this movie is just masturbatory propaganda. Just like, look how fucking rad these cops
my
are.
favorite.
Look how rad these cops are. These cops are so rad. Look at all this cool stuff they have. Rad cop
Check
shit.
this out, right? I'm gonna put my fun fact here then,
All right.
because it rolls into the propaganda.
All right.
On the first day of filming, while shooting footage of the ambulance driving on a freeway, Michael Bay noticed several patrol officers and 3 motorcycle cops. He asked them if they wanted to star, which they agreed,
Oh my
and used the
god.
opportunity to sweet talk the officers into creating a rolling roadblock, allowing them to close the freeway for
Oh
free
my
instead of having to pay a fee
god.
of somewhere between
What?
350 and 400,000 US dollar Ds.
That's
So what you're saying is he convinced some officers to break the law.
to
Yes.
break
Wow.
the law. Amazing. Oh my god, fuck this movie.
He literally
Also,
just bribed police for the
When
movie.
propaganda bleeds into real life, you
oh
get Michael
man.
Bay saving money.
Dude, I have never needed to almost take my motion sickness tablets watching a movie. But that camera work was so fucking shaky and low Dutch angle on them that I was nearly ill. I think I actually had to chew ginger while watching it, if I recall correctly.
Bloody hell.
Fucking hell. And just I love that because they're in a, single location and Michael Bay has no fucking idea how to shoot that. The continuity on that inside of that ambulance was just all over the place. My god. So slapdash. Oh.
I don't recall there being any continuity, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. But like really
Yeah,
blatant stuff, like when.
Hmm?
No. I'm done.
The
I'm
actress
done.
rented an ambulance and had her friend drive her around for weeks so that she could practice her balance.
Wow. Why?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of
Why?
effort.
But why? You're
Because
not.
it's a big break.
But she wouldn't be in an like did she okay wait hang on. Did she understand that they would not actually be in an ambulance driving? Like is this her first movie? Is she from Mars?
I'll tell you now that the actress Elsa Gonzalez
Like why would you need to practice?
is
Maybe they
Uh,
actually whatever the sound stage is actually moves around.
No,
or
no, no.
something.
It would have gimbals in it
Yeah.
to rock it around. But
oh shit!
you don't need to. It wouldn't simulate what's in a real ambulance anyway. So
No, this actress rented an ambulance to and
But she was in a good car movie
my
not too long ago.
yeah, she was in a fast
which
movie. I
good
know.
car movie?
No, she played the love interest darling in Baby Driver.
Oh damn!
Yes.
Oh yeah, she was John Hamm's
Yeah.
opposite number.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she wasn't the love interest. She wasn't. Yeah.
She was just John Hamm's opposite
Darling.
number.
Sorry, yeah,
No,
I
she
get
wasn't
confused.
Deborah.
Yeah.
It's been years. It's been years since I've watched that movie.
Rewatch it.
Rewatch it. It's a good movie.
Oh man,
And,
Listen,
and
no, it's
Kevin
good.
You wanna
Spacey
hear it?
is believably creepy in it for some reason.
you want to hear a sad sentence?
Yeah.
To prepare for the role, Gonzalez spent 3 months working intimately with firefighters, EMTs, and surgeons, and everyone around the medical care center. She also rented an ambulance and had a friend drive her around to improve her balance.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
that's so sad.
is
She
sad.
thought this was gonna be her big break.
So Marcus was like, "Hey, I'll have fun facts," and Dion, you're just like, "Nah, I'm going sad."
Sad, very sad.
Oh, we should do that. Sad facts and fun facts.
Sad fact.
Sad fact. That's a sad fact.
Sad.
Ambulance. That's a sad. And you see, Jason, how you were like, I don't believe you that the L.A. in ambulance is part of the plot, and then it was.
And it was. It really was. So, I know what numbers 1 and 2 are. I know what they
Yes.
are.
Just don't know. Just don't know the order.
I don't know the order.
Just don't know the order. It's like which one. Well, I mean, it should be obvious.
Look, we all know
Because-
what
only
I
one-
put at number 1.
Yes, but we all know which one made me, Martina, and Dion all lie in fetal position at different points throughout the film.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What a. Oh.
So it's gonna be close.
It is actually pretty close. So, Ambulance had 18 points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The film in second position had 32 points.
Yo!
That's a golf. Okay.
It also has a Metacritic score.
Okay, wait. That had 32 points. What does number 1 have?
Number 1 has 37 points.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Wow,
quite
wow,
a
wow.
close.
Wow.
Yeah,
Close.
5 points is pretty close
Wow,
between
wow,
four
wow.
people. So, at number 2 with 32 points and a Metascore of close to that at 38.
Oof.
It's the dinosaur one, Jurassic World.
Oh.
Dominion.
Yo!
I
Fuck
like
this
how-
movie.
I like how I think 3 of us live tweeted our experiences with this movie to the group.
Unfathomable.
And I still didn't believe any of you fuckers.
Not only did we not believe each other, but none of our points overlapped. None of us talked about the same shit. Oh,
Incredible.
I was pacing up and down with anger.
Oh,
But Thomas, the dinosaur at the end was the bad dinosaur because it existed and was a different dinosaur to the one we knew.
That's right. Do you know what I love? I love fucking feel good moments with Quetzalcoatluses just next to geese, just hanging out. I love mosasaurs just doing a fist bump to a fucking humpback whale. That's what I like. Fuck off. I like hadrosaurs going through the frozen prairie. Yeah, real good.
But
I
they're just like
enjoy-
horses.
I enjoy Chris Pratt making promises to.
I like making promises to dinosaurs and endangering the lives of children to
Yes.
make them happen.
Yes, and I love the little look that he exchanges with them at the end, like that little knowing look.
The little wink.
That is the very same look in the first of the Jurassic World movies that Blue gave to the T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my sweet baby Jesus.
There is consistency in these films.
And this bullshit.
Like
Her baby
in
was
the
taken
beginning
too.
when he could barely control the raptors by pointing his hand at them, to now just
being the
hypnotizing
fucking
dinosaurs.
whisperer.
And then,
Yeah.
and then they just become force users, like when it's him and Sam Neill and the girl, just all fucking bum 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 bum. Like, what the fuck is
May as
happening?
well. They may as well just be force users. Like that time where Chris Pratt just fucking teleports in next to the Dilophosaurus and grabs its mouth at
it's
the
Nick.
exact moment it spits.
The thing about this movie as well that I realized midway is that at no point do they ever hold suspense for more than 10 seconds. They
No.
flat out
They
like
cannot
when
do
they're
it.
they're in like the car teetering over the edge, and
Oh
then
my
it just rolls, and it's almost horizontal. The ground that it's rolling on, it's like a
It's-
slight
It's
incline.
like a vague incline. Like it's like just like a really aggressive curb.
Oh no, we're all fucked. Oh, it's
We're gonna die.
no, we're gonna die. But they weren't like that thing where it sort of is gonna spit at her as well. It's like not even 10 seconds.
Not
There's
even.
no suspense. We see it. She screams. He grabs it. The end.
Yep.
I do like how the little spitty boys get to feature again though.
No, look, I love Dilophosaurus. But
That's
like,
the word,
oh,
Dilophosaurus.
Man, oh man. Man, oh
Oh
man.
shit! There was a famine subplot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yes.
just fell the fuck away almost instantly.
But
Yeah.
like,
Oh, right.
With
The giant.
this
Super
super
locust.
lame ass
Super
Tim Cook
locusts.
motherfucking looking villain. Who's just the most
Yes.
bumbling dickhead ever. Who's like, oh, do crime, I guess. Brr.
Yeah, it was weird when he like this when the other guy sort of discovers him hacking remotely into the thing, and I'm like, oh, now he's gonna kill the guy. He's just like, yeah, cool. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna stand
whatever.
here and keep hacking. You're gonna do
Yeah, and
crimes with me, right? We're
you,
good,
you,
right?
you do crimes with me? And again, it could have been, with better writing and a better movie and a better direction, it could have been an interesting commentary on, like, tech oligarchs and how they just do whatever the fuck they want and there are no consequences. But that's not this. That's not what was happening here.
Instead we get a swarm of fire locusts.
How?
Ooh, fire
Oh, how
locusts.
did they get through the ceiling? How?
How would they fly if the wings would literally be the first things to burn off?
Literally the first things to be on fire would be the membranes of their wings. The first
But
things. It is
but
like
but you guys aren't understanding
Okay.
like the main
All
point
right.
of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Colin
I'm-
Trevorrow thinks that was cool.
No, 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 no. He thinks that the dinosaur that barely really featured was like the Joker.
Oh yes, the
Remember?
Joker, the one with the
Remember?
Wolverine claws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Joker.
Did you guys also get really wrapped up in like the deep and convincing sexual chemistry between
Oh,
Sam Neill
yeah.
and Laura Dern?
Oh yeah, they were
Oh
just.
man, and like when the
Ooh.
girls like, "Are you two together?" Like, "Oh, because it's see," and what are you talking about?
What?
This is the
You-
most platonic
No.
feeling I've ever gotten from a pair of humans.
They barely
Like-
know. They're like
No,
podcast.
like I feel personally, I feel they were like literally throughout the entire movie one cut away from just ugly old people fucking. Like
It's-
that, there
there
was
was
so
but
much
they're
sexual
not
tension.
they're not ugly.
Yeah, they're
Marcus.
both hot.
Yeah.
The fucking would be ugly.
No, this is Sam Neill.
This is Sam Neill. God.
Okay,
It's Colin
this is the
Trevorrow
treasure,
directing.
the treasure of New Zealand. Thank you.
It's true.
Treasure.
I thought the treasure of New Zealand were the hobbits we made along the way.
No,
no, those are the oppressed actors of New Zealand.
it's
Yeah.
Taika Waititi playing Sigmund Freud in Mel Brooks
In-
movie.
Mel Brooks.
God.
Oh man, laser guided DNA transmitting permanent raptor missiles.
That was where I noped out and I just started pacing and like hitting things like a fucking teenager drinking Mountain Dew. And it was just like when she's being arrested and she puts her hands behind her head and then so conspicuously like leans over and presses the laser button and hits what's his
Perfectly.
face, Chris Pratt, as he's driving away. Like everyone's pointing guns at her and she's just like, don't mind me, just
Don't
twist
mind me,
around to
I'm
get my laser going
Don't mind me
here.
and my perfect behind the head accuracy shot with my
Incredible.
wrist.
Don't mind me, I'm just a villain introduced here for 7 seconds for no reason.
And
I'm
then
not
disappears.
threatening at all.
She gets arrested and we never see her again. That's it.
None of the
That's where the
villains
thread
in this
ends.
movie
That's
are
called
spooky.
justice.
None of them.
Oh my word, and the pilot woman that
Oh,
why does she do it?
God.
What's
I
her
don't
motivation?
know. There's
because
no reason.
she saw the girl and like she could have done something because the girl looked vaguely sad, and then she decides to just give up her entire life because she feels a little guilty about not knowing that girl was
But
a prisoner.
ostensibly, from what she said, she's done this shit before.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
she's been party to human trafficking.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
didn't see their faces.
I didn't
so-
see their
then-
faces, and they seem
and then
super
she-
sad.
And then she crashes. They crash the plane and they just get out.
They grasp the plane, they get out, and then they have a fucking monster hunter fight.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah pointed this out. Like, the stun baton, the way they use it, and the way that it's heroed, it may as well be a fucking lightsaber.
I can't wait to
Shit.
hear your fun fact on this one, Marcus.
No, fun fact.
No,
None.
this is actually
No
a fun
fun.
fact.
No.
No, this is actually a fun fact.
Also, I
Okay.
hope you're
Alright.
preparing a sad fact, Dion.
Dion, quickly get a sad fact.
Okay.
The sad fact is just the fact that this movie fucking exists.
Don't steal Dion's jokes.
Fucking, I can't believe we saw a fire tornado of giant locusts. A
And
fire
that- and-
tornado.
We
fact-
weren't impressed.
I'll tell
And
you
we
a
weren't
sad fact.
impressed.
This movie made $1 billion.
It did. It made a fucking shit zillion
That
of
is a
money.
sad fact.
That is
That is a sad fact. Fun fact, though.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, whose character might as well not actually be in the movie now that I
Nope.
think about it.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
It
no,
had
that
no
other guy
bearing
did
on
way
anything.
more than he did.
Yep.
Is the same age in this film that Richard Attenborough was in Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Wow.
Beauty
I
standards
turned-
have changed.
They have.
Also, but we all know Jeff Goldblum, like Keanu Reeves, is eternal.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You pronounced is a turn on weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
super
but I
weird.
forgive you. Look,
Okay. So what could possibly be the worst
Yeah,
movie of
I
the
wonder.
year?
what could be worse than that absolute dog shit?
I mean, we all know this is coming, but our listeners don't. So let's feign surprise for their sake.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting
Good
ready.
for the listeners.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, wait, right. Number one.
Number
Number
one winner.
Winner,
Don't do the
please
Fortnite
kill
thing.
me. The worst movie of 2022 is Halloween Ends. Or like Halloween ended on a whimper, am I right?
Well, I guess the best kill in this whole movie is the franchise it's a part of.
I don't know. I think the best kill in the movie is the Christ air funeral in the trash compactor.
No,
cars.
it's the guy kicking the cupboard door open and eating a kid down the stairs.
That was actually awesome.
And then he
That's
screams, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I personally loved the Vulcan mind meld that
What the fuck was that?
where he looks into his soul and sees the evil there and is like, I will train you in the art of murder.
You
Mo-
killed a
moment-
child by accident. You must be evil.
Exactly.
The
which,
moment I
again,
couldn't
is
handle.
socially irresponsible. Like, someone can't be rehabilitated for a horrible mistake they made. Nope, you're evil forever.
After he gets owned by those teens.
Yo, it gets super
No,
owned.
no,
get-
wait, which
he goes
teens,
to the-
Dion? You
Oh,
need to-
sorry, yes, the marching
yeah.
band.
The
Marching band.
marching band team.
Notorious
After the
bullies.
Real cool kids.
The marching band. He goes to the hospital, and then Laurie Stroud's fucking granddaughter basically has an orgasm on sight. Like,
Like, right there.
That's
Yeah.
just how love
Wow.
works. And Halloween is
Meat
the
cute. That's a
And she
meat
was
cute.
just
That's
like
what that
this.
is.
this creepy, fucked up guy that killed a kid and just got beat up by a bunch of bad cats.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck,
run away with
fucking
him
bad.
forever.
but,
This
but
is the one.
yeah, but it's just like Michael and Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Yep. Just the same.
Just
Just
like
the
that.
same.
Cynical.
Oh, you mean
Some cycle
of
Michael
violence.
Myers, who at the end of the previous film they said doesn't give a shit about Laurie Strode and just
Nope.
wanted to go home.
Yep.
Ah, that's the one.
Yeah, no,
That's
he's
the one.
deeply in love with Laurie.
I was
Deeply.
so-
Deeply love.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
How
No, it's
long
not.
was it?
And also, how did
between
Michael
the-
Myers go from doing kung fu in the
and,
last movie?
and teleporting?
Yeah,
And being
teleporting and being
impervious to bullets.
to being a geriatric living in the sewers in like 4
Man,
years.
sewer gas. It'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Must
the lover boy just goes in, tackles him to the ground, and steals
Yeah.
his mask in
He
seconds.
just fucks up Michael Myers.
It's
So
bad.
they just spend
He's
two
got-
acts
he's got the-
undermining Michael Myers, and it's like, cool, he's gonna go fight this grandmother now.
Yeah. Take that,
Here we
Grandma.
go. It's all been building up to this. We can't.
Also, I
fucking
like
wait to see.
the clumsiest. Speaking of movies with old people with clumsy subplots of romance, the
Oh,
fucking
her and the fucking sheriff.
Tell me about the sakura blossoms. Oh God.
Holy
Oh.
shit. Holy shit.
Oh,
That was unbearable.
it
It
was
was just
so
so in.
bad.
We just kept going. Why the fuck is this movie about this guy? We just kept
Yeah.
looking at it like, what the fuck is happening?
It,
Why is this the movie?
Why is it
How?
about this
like
man?
the last movie was about C-listers you'd never heard of that you didn't care about, and this movie was like, we're gonna learn from the lessons of the last movie and do something even worse that you don't care about.
No, what it did was it learned from the editing of David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Is where
Sure
you
did.
you set something up a couple of times, like
Yeah.
the unicorn in Boomerang's jacket, and then he gets stabbed in the jacket where the unicorn was and gets saved by money.
Yep.
Yes. That's the one.
It basically does that throughout the movie. Like he takes off his mask and puts it down, and you're like, oh no, someone else is gonna put it on, and she's gonna think it. Nope,
Oh,
doesn't happen.
nope. You see, that's the subverting your expectation, Jason.
Right.
Subverting.
And I mean, I read an interview with the director or the writer where they were like, yeah, you know, they went back and forth. They rewrote this movie so many times and like
We can
they were trying
tell.
to find like the absolute perfect focus for it.
And boy, could they not.
Oh, we by mistake switched to the
commentary.
the commentary for a second, and it was just the director talking about you know when you see a Ford F-150 and you just really want it in your movie.
Jesus Christ.
Because nothing says important to the movie like fucking car placements. Jesus.
Christ
How
alive.
did, I just want to know, right? After the
How did
How
the
did-
whole
how-
town know? I don't know.
how
Yes.
did we get here?
It's
how,
a-
how did we
it's-
get here?
Because the 2018 one was phenomenal.
It was good.
Yes,
It was on
yes,
our top
the
10.
very
Because it
first
was-
one was fucking rad.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. And then the second one, they were like, oh, well, let's just do a love letter to the first Halloween. And everyone that's still alive from that movie is going to be in this one.
Yes.
And then the third
like,
one, they're
some
like,
of us,
oh, we're just going to recreate scenes from the first one.
But with no connective tissue
None.
whatsoever.
Why would you do that when nobody fucking remembers it? There are like 12 of us that have watched Halloween in the last few years.
there
That's
are
it.
dozens of us.
Dozens of us. Why would
Oh.
you, when you've got a whole new trilogy, just completely shaft it in the ass in sort of tribute to the original?
It's
Why-
actually mirrored in the film itself, where for the first film, Laurie has been holding herself up for years and doing tons of training,
Yeah.
even though he's safely and securely in prison.
And then he's out and kills her daughter, and she's like, "Cool, man. I think it's time to get a little
damn.
bit of domestic bliss here. I'm
He's
gonna
like, oh,
Exactly.
Oh,
gonna make
beans, I guess I'm gonna fall in love with the sheriff.
Oh man, yeah, it's finally what she's been training for. It's like, here we
Yeah.
go. It's like,
Marriage.
yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'm good.
okay. I'm fine. I let go.
He killed my daughter. That's all I've been waiting for. Now I'm finally ready.
Now it's about forgiveness.
I got to say,
know
I
what
told
I
you
needed?
so to a grave. So
It's like, do you know what you need to finally learn to love? Some trauma.
Some trauma. But don't kill yourself.
Don't kill yourself. Like,
No.
you've got two options after great trauma. Finding
Yeah.
love with law enforcement or killing yourself.
Or an
Ooh.
exorcism.
Or an exorcism.
that's self-exorcism.
Self-exorcism.
Oh
Man,
man.
I was-
love
I
how
was-
the whole town spontaneously turned up for
Turned up.
the fucking funeral.
She just fucking WhatsApped them all. She's like, "Hey guys."
You're
But
the
I mean,
neighborhood
there's
watch
like a
group, come on.
10-year-old. There's a 10-year-old kid there, like this boy. It's like, did his parents get him out of bed and go, "Hey, this guy that murdered some people, he's dead now. We're gonna go throw him into a meat
We're gonna
grinder.
throw
Come,
him
Philip.
into a trash compactor.
We're gonna do that." So
Wake up. Come
We-
watch. It's gonna
We
be
couldn't
super
find a
gruesome.
babysitter, so you're coming with us?
We're gonna
All the
pretend the
babysitters are
serial.
coming to...
We're gonna pretend the serial killer was Jesus and then mulch him.
Mulchim! You gotta watch
Yeah,
those.
like, I
Don't
didn't
go
get that
away.
either. Why did the Christ carry him?
I don't know,
It was
man.
it was a tribute to Rune Glifberg,
Who?
the guy from Tony Hawk's who did the Christ Air.
the Christ Day guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Okay.
Play more old skater games.
Just
No.
1 second, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
1 second or 1 minute. Which one is it?
It's once we need to wait 1 second before continuing, and then he'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that time number analysis.
I'm just picking him up as he put him down. Good lord, this movie
Yeah,
was
man.
bad.
It was
I
so
don't-
bad.
There was
And,
so
like,
much of it where I just did not know why.
Yeah.
Why be?
Why is this
Yes.
happening? And not from a like character motivation point, but it's like, why has this been made this way?
Yes,
Yeah.
what
'Cause
was the
that's-
creative process where they thought, hey, let's make the final Halloween movie, 80% of it a love story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good. I love that. I love
I mean,
that.
there
for
is,
it.
like,
It's
there
the
is
most
the
sinister
germ.
kind of teens around.
There is a germ of
teens.
a good idea in there.
No, there is
in the idea of
confronting
like,
of this the cycle of violence and how it perpetuates itself. But
perpetuating the
but
cycle of
movie's
violence
not
and like,
about that.
yeah, and like how like, Michael Myers, more than being like Michael Myers, like is just like, I could see that's what they wanted to do at one of the versions of the script, that
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who the shape is. Like, the kid could become the new quote unquote Michael Myers and still terrorize the town, because he is the idea of Michael Myers is evil and evil is eternal, blah blah blah. Like,
He's
they
not
tried to
evil.
set up.
He's like a kid
Yeah,
that
but
had
that's what
made a
they tried
mistake.
to set up in the second movie, and they
But
could
it
have at
doesn't
least
make
tried to continue that.
But it
And
doesn't
that would
make
have been
sense
better.
because Michael is portrayed as, from the first instance we see him, as an unthinking murderer who just kills his sister for no reason. Like, he's not well. He's not well in the head, ostensibly. Like, he's not like a kid that's hard done by, or a kid that's fallen on hard times, or a kid that's, made some mistakes along the way, or had, like in this case, a terrible accident has happened. No, he's a crazy man who wants to murder people. So it's just like, nope, you did a crime. That's it. You're fucked now. Sorry, no rehabilitation for you. And it's not even making a
I mean,
commentary
that's-
on that.
But that is exactly the American penal system.
No, I know that, but it's not making a commentary on that. It's just saying it. There's a difference. And that's what this movie's doing. It's just like going, no, sorry. A kindly old murder hobo will find you in the sewers, and he will give his murder skills to you.
He will bestow upon you the spirit of evil.
The spirit of evil.
Wait a minute, I got it.
I'm back.
I got it. This is just like a weirdly bad take on Star Wars. Think about it. Michael Myers is just Yoda on Dagobah, hiding in the sewers because of his immense power.
Now I've got images of him riding on this kid's back and doing backflips.
I like that. I want that movie. That movie sounds rad.
Marcus, hit us with a fun fact.
Please, God, so we can rest.
Okay. In the now, this is not much of a fun fact. This is more of a cringe fact.
Make it
All
more
right.
fun.
Okay, I can
Yeah,
read it in a
fun-
fun way.
Say it in a
Okay.
fun way, yeah.
Okay. In the climax of the film, the character of Laurie hides from the shape in a closet with a see-through door, much like in the original film from 1978. The main difference being that in this film, she attacks the shape by jumping out of the closet and not the other way around. This could be understood as the character of
God.
Laurie overcoming her fears and taking control.
Okay,
Good thing they really built up to that.
so
Yeah.
so that was our sad fact. Dion, do you have a fun fact for us?
One second. Hold on. I'm gonna be with you. 1 second.
Okay.
Um. Uh. mm,
You can do it, Dion. We believe in you.
Dude, the whole future of the podcast rests on your shoulders.
What you say next is what this episode's going to
sorry.
end on.
Here we go. Sorry, I remembered reading something interesting in the wiki. So, according to Green, several different endings were considered for the film. Green ultimately chose a more satisfactory, optimistic, hopeful conclusion after Kills' bleak ending, compensating for the traumatic events that Laurie Strode lived through in the film and its predecessors. The first planned, darker ending had Laurie Strode committing suicide at the end of the film.
Amazing.
But according to
Notes.
Green, the moment in which
Incredible.
Laurie put a gun to her mouth was the one where he, Brad, Logan, Benny, and Bride had to make the decision and started coming up with different choose your own adventure type alternatives.
Oh no.
I wonder if they made Choose Your Own Adventure books and handed them out
The
to
other
crew
darker
and just
ending
photos pooled.
had
Wait. So this
Corey-
movie almost had the same message as Smile.
Yes. It also
Amazing.
almost had Corey surviving, and not only getting away with his murders, but also convincing Allison to join him, and the two running off to hit the road in a Natural Born Killers style ending.
Oh my god. So it just doomed from it like Inception.
Other versions had Corey realizing the error of his ways and stepping back after getting his toe stuck in some water. Or Corey becoming Michael Myers' successor in case the filmmakers wish to keep it.
How do you get a toe stuck in water?
Other versions had Corey realizing the error of his ways and stepping back after getting his toe stuck in some water. There is no more context.
Oh god.
Whoops.
No more needed, I guess.
Yeah, look. You get your toe stuck in water, it's stuck in water. Fuck else do you want?
I'm just like looking at the source here. Okay. There's that version where he could have, that would have. Oh my god, whoever wrote this Wikipedia page needs to learn to read. Because in the Wikipedia page, got his toe stuck in water.
Yeah.
The actual phrase is obviously, he dabbled in it. He stuck his toe in the water and he stepped back. So he just dabbled.
Okay. Admittedly, that makes more sense. But
I
wanna
wish
see
I
this
hadn't.
boy get his
I wish
toe
I
stuck
didn't
in
have the
water.
context. I wish I
Yeah.
just left it as.
That
But that's,
would have been so much.
those are just
Get
more
your
sad
toe
facts.
stuck in it.
God, 2018's one was so good, and I'm glad
Yeah.
that was the last
Look where
Halloween
we
movie
are.
ever made.
Hmm.
You know what I'm gonna go rewatch is Halloween H2O just to see like the
You know
last
you
time they
actually
thought it was
should.
Laurie Stroud's last.
Do you know what you should rewatch? Is Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I rewatched 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I went through all of them. Like that is wild and bonkers, and I unironically love it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just it's fucking insane.
It's just
and
weird
wonderful.
as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even a Halloween movie aside from
No.
when it takes place.
No, no.
It's just cool. Yep, kids getting possessed by TV. This is the 80s. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, if you've
And
stuck
the
with us
Irish
this far,
are a little suspect.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, the Irish.
The Irish.
They're sus.
Well, Viewsners, if you've made it this far, if you're stuck around,
What is wrong
We're
with you?
sorry.
yeah, we're sorry. If you watched what was inevitably either 2 parts or one very long part, if I was lazy, why?
I apologize.